School hallway. Having finally gotten through the opening ceremony and the big news that dropped there, you rest up in the dorm before heading back to the school building. The fresh air along the way makes you breathe a sigh of relief. Suddenly, someone next to you throws their arms up in a dramatic stretch.
드디어 아는 사람 만났네? 아까 입학식 연설 듣는데 너무 머리 아프더라. 넌 어땠어?
The person speaking to you is your classmate, Kiki Bennett. Everyone was seated randomly in your new class, and you quickly become familiar with each other because you just happen to be sitting next to each other. Same here, I feel like a century has passed. Alright, we're going to the classroom now, right? I think we'll be doing some ice-breaking activities there. As soon as you see that, you hear a commotion coming from around the corner of the hallway behind you. If your memory serves you right, there's a big message board there for people to post all kinds of club posters and school newspapers. Curious about what's going on over there, you start moving toward it.
어디가? 우리 반은 저쪽이야. 거긴 반대 방향이라고.
Kiki, look over there. Something's going on at the message board.
그러게, 진짜 소란스럽네.
Shall we check it out?
그래, 대신 서둘러야 돼.
Since you still need to go to your classroom afterward, Kiki and you scurry over there quickly.
뭘 봐, 보지 마. 다 저리 가. 여기 모여있지 말고 다들 교실로 돌아가.
By the time Kiki and you arrive at the scene of the commotion, the guidance counselor is already standing in front of the message board, blocking it with his outstretched arms. But despite his efforts, all the students present had already read the message on the poster there. Youth is short, so stand up and protect our traditions. Then it says, Some students who just arrived bump into you, but you manage to keep your balance.
빨리 가. 가라고. 보지 마. 이건 대체 언제 붙인 거야? 붙인 사람이 빨리 떼어가.
A tearing sound fills the air. After that, you see a large blank space on the message board. As you watch the posters get ripped off one after another, a disgruntled feeling wells up within you. It should be fine if I just take one more look at the posters, right? When no one is paying attention, you grab a poster and read through it quickly. If we don't speak up now, no one will do anything for us in the future. Don't let these 3 years go to waste. Surely there's something you want to achieve. These are... The person who wrote these messages must have racked their brains to come out with these radical messages to rally other people to stand up for the academy's long-standing tradition with them. I wonder who wrote it. To see the signature more clearly, you scan the poster for any information that catches your eye.
신입생들은 교실로 돌아가. 계속 여기 있으면 징계야.
그만 보고 얼른 가자.
As more teachers start to help disperse the crowd, Kiki leaves, pulling you with her. In the chaos, someone takes the poster from your hand. However, the words you just read are still fresh in your mind. Classroom. After returning to the classroom, Kiki pulls her seat next to you.
그래서 말이야, 아까 그거 어떻게 생각해? 다들 동아리랑 활동들 기대하면서 지원했을 텐데 학교가 이렇게 될 줄이야.
I. Deep down, you have to admit that those posters all over the message board stirred something within you, or at the very least, piqued your interest. But what can I actually do in this school year? You find yourself at a loss, most likely due to the expectations you had for the future. As if sensing your confusion, Kiki grabs a notebook and opens it, acting all mysterious.
아, 그러면 되겠다. 담임 선생님 오시기 전에 학교 혁신 정책에 안 걸리는 특별한 거 한번 해볼래?
A special activity?
새 학기를 위해서 준비한 작은 의식 같은 거야. 심리 테스트라고 생각해도 되고. 약간 점 보는 느낌이라 잘하면 진짜 네 미래를 예측할 수 있을지도 몰라. 어때?
Sure, I'm ready.
내가 간단한 질문을 할 테니까 나 보지 말고 대답만 하면 돼. 우선 첫 번째 질문. 네가 던전을 탐험하는 용감한 마법사라고 상상해봐. 그리고 지금 앞에 거대한 고대 드래곤이 나타난 거야. 어떤 마법으로 물리칠 거야?
In times like this, the more people the better. There's strength in numbers after all.
그렇구나. 알겠어. 자, 다음은 두 번째 질문. 드래곤과의 싸움에서 간신히 승리했는데 드래곤이 머물던 보물동굴을 발견했어. 보물동굴의 새 주인이 됐는데 거기서 어떻게 쉴 거야?
I'll be really sleepy after fighting the dragon, so I'll take a nap first.
그렇구나. 대충 알겠어. 그렇다면 마지막이자 가장 중요한 질문. 준비하시라. 전투로 지쳐서 동굴 안에서 졸았는데 다시 눈을 뜨고 보니까 주변이 완전히 달라져 있어. 이제 용사가 아니라 침실 책상에 엎드려 있는 거야. 책상 앞에서 정신을 차리고 나니까 꿈인 걸 알게 된 거야. 그리고 무의식적으로 눈앞에 어떤 물건에 시선이 가는데 그게 뭘까?
The matcha cake should be delicious, so I should listen to my stomach and finish eating it first. After completing the test, you wait for Kiki to announce the results. However, she takes a deep breath before closing her notebook slowly. Huh? Kiki, you just said these questions could be used to predict the future.
맞아. 미래는 다 봤어. 근데 천기는 누설할 수 없는 법이거든. 알고 싶으면...
저기 내 자리를 맡고 있는 것 같은데.
Kiki and you both look up and see a person standing next to the seat in front of you that has been vacant since morning. According to the seating chart and on the blackboard, the student sitting in front of you is someone called Luke.
아, 그러네. 미안해.
Just as he is about to put down his school bag and sit down in front of you, he suddenly looks at you and then at the seating chart not far away.
내가 왜 네 앞자리로 배정된 거지? 이러면 앞이 안 보일 텐데.
If the seating arrangement is based on height, Luke should never be arranged to sit in front of you. Maybe the person who made the arrangements didn't notice this. I'll tell the teacher in the office.
괜찮아, 내가 갈게. 아침에 입학식 못 간 것 때문에 선생님한테 해명하러 가야 하거든.
He missed the opening ceremony. Eh? Wait a moment. Sure, students miss opening ceremonies for all sorts of reasons, but a certain smell on Luke catches your attention. Is that ink a smell? Unable to resist your curiosity, you lean closer to Luke for a sniff. He seems completely taken aback by your actions and subconsciously steps back. But at the same time, for some reason, Luke seems to be trying his best not to arouse your suspicion, so he tries not to retreat. As a result, you two are caught in a strange scene when you are sniffing him and he is just letting it happen. So, Luke was absent because... But before you can call out to stop him, he turns around swiftly and soon disappears behind the classroom doors. School hallway. After some brief ice-breaking activities in the classroom, Kiki and you split up temporarily to get the supplies you'll need for school from various places in the academy. There are long queues everywhere, so maybe I should take a photo nearby for my school ID first. A few more steps along the hallway and you arrive at the art classroom, which is currently being used as a photo-taking area. Huh? The line of people waiting to take photos extends all the way outside the classroom, which lines up with your expectations. What you didn't expect though was that there would be a small booth next to the line. It wasn't so much a club recruitment booth as it was the booth of some small workshop.
와서 보고 가요. 새 학기니까 새로운 마음으로 상담해 줄게요. 열정적인 선배가 과외, 진학계획, 초상화 스케치까지 여러모로 열심히 도와줄게요. 아, 성실한 조수도 구해요. 거기 좋은 기회니까 놓치지 말고 보고 가.
This upperclassman seems to be really good at doing business and managed to instinctively catch your gaze. In an attempt to regain your composure, you bend down to read the price list on his homemade promotional board and see his brief self-introduction at the bottom. Maris, the top student in the higher grade who only settles with coming first but not second. What's this about not being second? Despite the noisy crowd around you, this upperclassman named Marius seems to hear you mumbling to yourself. He looks past the other students and winks at you. This phrase sounds oddly familiar, like it's an unspoken secret between the two of you. Why does it sound so familiar to me though? Anyway, now's not the time to think about this. Is it really okay to set up a booth in public in the academy? I can't shake the feeling that a teacher will appear at any time to take him away. As if to prove you right, a teacher cries out in surprise from the other end of the hallway as expected. The onlooking students start dispersing immediately as Marius picks up his promotional board like he's done it a million times.
하, 선생님 오셨네. 오늘 장사는 여기까지 해야지. 저기, 우리가 인연이 있으면 다시 만날 거야?
Perhaps to avoid the teacher, or maybe it's just his personality. He quickly slips away after an over-the-top farewell to the other freshmen who are looking at him with mixed expressions. Dining hall. After taking your ID photo, you soon collect most of the school supplies you need. The only thing left is the academy's meal card. I heard that the meal card can be collected at the cafeteria. Oh? Upon arriving at the cafeteria, you are greeted by the fragrant aroma of barbecued meats and on rice. However, meals aren't usually served at this time, so you look around curiously for the origin of the aroma. That's...
백은우, 이쪽으로 조금만 더 와봐. 좋아, 한 번 더 웃어보자.
You see the guidance counselor directing an upperclassman and a photographer while supervising some filming work next to the new cafeteria sign. The upperclassman named Artem is holding the barbecued meat on rice calmly while standing still.
저 준비됐어요, 선생님. 홍보 멘트도 해야 하나요? 식당에선 뛰어다니지 마세요.
They are shooting a promotional video. I suppose this upperclassman is a student leader or something since he was chosen for this role. However, Artem's earnest expression adds an element of absurdity to the scene, making it both awkwardly amusing and unintentionally comical. At the same time, you hear whispers all around you.
저 사람이 그 유명한 백은우 선배야? 공부랑 운동 다 잘하는 완벽한 모범생이라면서.
대학도 벌써 합격했다던데. 아, 진짜 부럽다.
It's most likely that Artem also heard similar comments. But instead of caring about what others are saying, he devotes his full attention to the barbecued meat on rice that is being used as a prop in front of him. Upon closer inspection, though, you notice a trace of awkwardness in his professional appearance. Is the steam rising from the barbecued rice on meat stinging his eyes? I get a feeling that he's squinting and keeping his distance from the rice. No, there's more to it than that. From your angle, you can see an alarming amount of chili peppers piled up on top of the piping hot barbecued meat on rice. The amount of chili peppers there is absolutely devastating to any student who prefers a light diet. Could it be that he's not good at eating spicy food? Maybe some mysterious power is at work, but Artem seems to sense that you are looking at him, and you get a feeling that you were probably right about his situation. He shakes his head at you as if asking you to keep his secret. Then, as if he is already used to all of this, he forces himself to look at the faces of all the students calmly before coughing lightly and looking at the camera. When facing the camera, his eyes seems a little strange at first, but he quickly regains his composure. I better not get in their way. I should go get my meal card first. Outside the sports field. Now that you've collected almost everything you'll need for school, you get the urge to check out the campus a bit more after seeing how nice the weather is outside. The spacious sports field in front of you has everything a sports field should have, but I never expected to see such a dense forest next to a sports field. Standing at the edge of the lush greenery, you can even feel a cool breeze coming from it. Looking deep inside, you see an old building. Is that an abandoned school building? Since it's free time right now, why don't I take a look inside? Whoa! The moment you start walking, something white flashes past your feet and you hear a meowing sound. A stray cat? It was so fast. I hope I didn't step on its tail.
아니니까 걱정하지 마.
You hear something rustling in the wind again. Soon, the foliage sways in front of you and someone wearing a school uniform like yours walks out from behind the trees with the little kitten in his hand. Hold on, is he... A breeze blows by carrying a faintly sweet smell. The smell is faint but nice, kind of like that special matcha milk crepes they have at that corner cafe sometimes. But students aren't allowed to wear perfume or cologne, are they? Maybe it's just my imagination. Seemingly sensing your thoughts about him, he smiles to himself after giving you a meaningful look. Before you can react, he starts talking to you.
얘가 사람이랑 장난치는 걸 좋아하거든. 아까부터 널 따라다녔어. 아마 지금도 너랑 숲에서 놀고 싶을 거야.
He moves a bit closer to you as he says that. The white kitten in his arms reaches out to you like it wants to pet you with its chubby paw. Oh, can I pet it? He nods affirmatively. When you place your hand tentatively on the kitten's back, he also reaches out to gently scratch its chin. Your arms touch occasionally, and it isn't long until he speaks again.
하지만 신입생이라면 너무 멀리 가지 않는 게 좋을 거야.
After saying that, he glances at the building behind him, which is mostly covered by the shadows of the trees. Then, why did you...
난 특수한 케이스라 학교에서 크게 신경 쓰지 않아.
An exception?
올해 해외 교환학생 명단을 보면 윤노아라는 이름이 있을 거야. 그게 나고. 그럼 이만 가볼게.
He doesn't seem inclined to reveal anything more about himself, and with his goodbyes out of the way, he walks toward that building. The white kitten in his arms, however, pokes his head out and continues to look at you. She's right, I better return to my classroom. When I get back, I'm going to tell Kiki about everything that happened during this time. Back to school. As the bell rings in the new semester, we welcome our students back to campus to kick off a new academic journey. May we embrace this new semester full of enthusiasm, remain disciplined in our studies, and grow along with the academy. We wish you all a smooth start to the school year. Let's get learning! Dear freshmen, welcome to Minerva Academy. This will be a fresh start for all of you. May we chronicle the future of your youth together. Minerva Academy Academic Affairs Department. Huh? Why are you here, kiddo? Are you trying to read this name out loud? Is Minerva the name of this school? Minerva, I know it. This is my mom's school. Huh? Your mom is... Mom! Lucy, you ran off too quickly. Thank you so much for taking care of her. She knew I used to study here, so she dashed over here as soon as we were nearby. You're welcome. But Lucy, you need to stay with your mom and not run off on your own. Okay, I get it. Psst, I want to tell you a secret. Huh? What is it? I'm going to study here too when I grow up. Okay then, you need to do your best. Dear adorable underclassmen, although we ran into some unavoidable obstacles, the 100 Regiment battle rages on. Huh? You didn't find a club you're interested in? Tell us what club you want and we'll form one right away. Minerva Academy Clubs Department. Excuse me, would you like to try our cafeteria news innovative dish, stir-fried apples with eggplant? Stir-fried apples with eggplant? I've heard that while most of the food served in the Minerva Academy's cafeteria is delicious, they also serve some bizarre dishes every once in a while. So the rumors are true. I'll pause today. Can I have some of the dishes over there? Sure, but you're always welcome to try our new dishes if you're interested. Thank you. I'll think about it. I was looking for the lab. How did I end up here? I think this is the study room. Huh, there's somebody there. Oh, it's the international exchange student I ran into the last time. He told me his name was Vin. Excuse me, are you Vin? Yes, I am. Are you here to study? Oh no, I'm not. I only wanted to ask for directions to the physics lab. The physics lab. I remember it is at the other end of the corridor. Okay, I'll go look for it then. Thanks. I didn't expect Vin, the international student, to be here in the study room. I wonder if I'll meet him here again in the future. Guide to the Research Field Trips. As autumn marches on, Minerva Academy's research field trips are also kicking off. Multiple destinations have been chosen for these research trips, offering both theoretical and practical value. Students can deepen their understanding of in-class knowledge in a hands-on environment to contribute to more comprehensive development. Dear Famish students, in October, the dining hall will launch its all-new autumn offerings: chestnut yam pancakes, egg yolk and crab-flavored crackers, and lotus root rice cakes. We hope all of our students will enjoy a tasty meal. Campus Dining Hall. School Hallway. It's been a while since the school year started, and the academic pressure has really increased, like the guidance counselor said. The firm appreciation class where you were supposed to watch Gone with the Wind has been changed to a chemistry class, and a yawn escapes you on your way to the classroom with textbooks in your arms. I'm so sleepy.
이상하네. 킵 발생기가 어디 있지? 피펫도 부족하네.
You're not the only one who looks exhausted. The chemistry class representative is standing in a corner of the hallway, looking anxious while flipping through a notebook. You rush over and give her a gentle pat. Need some help?
이따가 수업 끝나면 오후에 실험실도 가야 하거든. 그런데 수업이 너무 갑작스럽게 변경돼서 실험기구가 부족해. 혹시 도와줄 수 있어? 우리 각자 실험기구 좀 찾아서 오후 전에.
Seeing that she is getting more and more anxious, you quickly speak up to comfort her. Everything will be fine. I'll help you.
고마워. 요즘 다들 힘들 텐데.
Abandoned school building. After you start looking for the equipment, you soon find yourself in a similar situation to the chemistry class representative. Most of the teaching equipment is already being used in other classes, but after yet another round of asking around, all you got was, maybe you should try your luck at the abandoned school building. Apparently, all sorts of items are still stored here, and some people have managed to find usable equipment lying around. But most of the items should be unusable since the building has been abandoned. Huh? Hold on. Isn't that the old infirmary? You stop suddenly in the silent hallway. The room to the side resembles a long abandoned infirmary, yet it is surprisingly clean inside. Upon closer inspection, you can even see lots of test tubes and other equipment piled up on the table in the room. Did someone bring this equipment here? I should take a look inside. Abandoned infirmary. This is... A startled gasp of surprise escapes your lips as you push open the doors and step into the infirmary. Although it's supposed to be abandoned, there's barely a speck of dust in the room and the table is neat and tidy. But that's not all. Someone has placed many pots of flowers next to the wall, and you can tell that they are very well taken care of. However, these test tubes are too old. I don't think they can be used. At the end of the day, this is an abandoned building. Maybe you shouldn't have had any expectations in the first place. Besides, it's far more important to find the equipment you need as quickly as possible and return to class than to wonder about the strange state of the infirmary. With your hoop stash, you take a step forward. Ah! You walk so fast that you don't notice the watering can on the ground. And when you stop short to avoid it, your knee hits the nearby bed railing. Ow, ow, ow! As you look around at the peaceful environment here while rubbing your knee in pain, an unbearable feeling of grievance grows in your heart. If not for the massive changes in the academy, you wouldn't be so desperate that you'd search this place for things, and the other students wouldn't. Why did things turn out this way? Knowing no one will hear you here, you start complaining out loud. Although you release some of your pent-up frustration and stress that has been accumulating for some time, you don't feel much better. My life as a high school student is completely different from what I expected. I wonder how much longer this will go on for. Hold on, isn't this an abandoned infirmary? Why does it look more like a greenhouse? Whoever redecorated this place was probably the complete opposite of you and lives a carefree life. So carefree that they left a watering can lying on the floor, which caused you to take a hard bump to your knee. Who put it here? What if someone really does trip over it? You grumble to yourself as you walk quickly toward the watering can.
내가 너라면 그 물뿌리개를 찾진 않을 거야.
Who's there?
안에 물이 남아 있어서 발로 차버리면 더 엉망이 될 거거든. 그리고 난 꽃에 물을 줄 수 없게 되겠지.
You can vaguely make out the figure of a person near the divider curtain of the bed in front of you. He looks like an upperclassman, but he is looking sleepily at his junior while rubbing his eyes. The moment you speak to him, you can't help but take in everything about him in front of you. You notice his loose collar, the rolled-up blanket that has been pushed to one side, but he doesn't seem to care and yawns again.
졸리다. 너구나. 기억나.
Hold on, isn't he Vin? Vin is one of the few international exchange students in the academy. You had a brief encounter with him around this area when the school year first started. Since Vin commented on your situation, it means that he saw and heard everything that happened here just now. Your face starts burning at the thought of that. Why didn't you say anything if you were here the whole time? Also, I wasn't going to kick the watering can. I only wanted to move it to one side.
그렇다면 다행이네. 날 기억하고 있으니 자기소개는 생략할게.
Vin smiles at you before leaning over and moving the watering can to one side.
그건 다른 사람의 감정 발산을 방해하는 건 무례한 행동이라고 생각해서 그런 거야.
But
여기서 감정을 마음껏 표출할 뻔했다는 사실은 어디 가서 얘기하지 않을 거니까 걱정 안 해도 돼. 저학년 영상 감상 수업에나 나올 법한 오래된 영화에서 나오잖아. 여자 주인공이 자신의 다른 면을 다른 사람에게 보여주는 건 꼭 나쁜 일만은 아니거든.
Almost immediately, you realize that Vin is referring to Gone with the Wind, the movie you didn't get to watch. Specifically, there's a scene where the female lead is venting her frustrations only to have the male lead overhear her. Seeing that he is leading the conversation in a strange direction, you clear your throat. Let's not talk about that for now. Is this your secret hideout?
비슷해. 본관은 너무 시끄러워. 난 자유롭게 움직이고 낮잠 잘 수 있는 공간이 필요하거든.
Hang out. You seem to have been quite passive in the conversation ever since Vin showed himself. Now you finally find a chance to regain some initiative and get slightly even with him. As far as I know, the school rules don't say that we can grow flowers or have afternoon tea in the infirmary. You look around the room and rest your eyes on a plate of snacks and a complete tea set on the coffee table next to a bed behind the open divider curtain.
맞아. 근데 나는 아카데미 규칙을 잘 지키는 모범생이 아니라서 말이야.
Aren't you worried that I'll tell the teachers about what you've done to the infirmary? Vin looks at you for a moment before smiling helplessly.
표정을 보니 정말 선생님께 얘기할 수도 있을 것 같네. 만약 그러면 난 아마 오후가 되면 다시 내 나라로 돌아가게 될 거고 집 밖으로 한 발짝도 나갈 수 없게 되겠지. 여기서 정성스럽게 가꾼 꽃은 시들어서 거름이 되어버릴 거고.
What? Hold on, there's no way he'll be sent back to his home country that quickly. Although you remind yourself that Vin must be saying that to tease you, you can't help giving the flowers a reluctant glance. Vin strikes while the iron is hot by continuing to persuade you.
그러니까 내가 이곳의 비밀을 지킬 수 있게 눈 감아줘. 대가로 내가
What will he do? Vin's hand pauses briefly. He chuckles about something to himself for a moment, and you see lots of laboratory equipment in his arms when he turns around.
찾는 걸 도와줄게. 이거면 될까? 쓸모없는 기구가 아니라서 꽤 유용할 거야.
Well, this is more than enough. The keep generator and the pipettes you're looking for and many other items are among the equipment in his arms.
실습 수업이 있는 것 같던데. 충분히 준비해두는 것도 나쁘지 않을 거야.
So that means you really did hear everything.
거의 다 들었어. 하지만 얘기했듯이 스트레스를 받으면 표출하는 게 정상이야. 게다가 요즘은 아카데미가 중요한 변화를 겪고 있잖아. 그러니까 이해해. 전혀 이상하게 생각하지 않아. 나중에 혼자만의 공간이 필요하거나 짜증을 표출할 수 있는 공간이 필요하다면 여길 얼마든지 공유해 줄게.
Are you saying that I can use this space as I please? You don't know what to say as his unexpected invitation catches you off guard. Vin, however, is quite calm and continues talking.
내가 꽤 편안하게 꾸며놨거든. 그리고 혼자 있으면 가끔 좀 심심할 때도 있고. 다른 사람의 고민을 듣는 건 재미있지만 다음엔 물 뿌리게 발로 차지 마. 알겠지?
You're overthinking things. I never once thought of doing that. After defending yourself quietly, you hesitate for a moment before taking the equipment Vin offered to you. Your instinct tells you it's best not to take him up on his offer right now. After all, coming back here means that you are complicit in Vin's violation of school rules and have become his partner in crime, which is something you absolutely will not do. Class is starting soon, so I'll be on my way. Also, thank you. Laura, I am glad you are willing to keep my secret. The school has been changing a lot recently. I think you might also need someone to vent to. I said we could share this small space, so come find me whenever you need to use it. Vin Richter. sports field. This time, we're going to Quilson City for our research field trip. It is a diverse city that seamlessly blends traditional charm with modern flair. You will have the chance to visit Quilson Museum, known for its rich historical atmosphere as well as the distinctive contemporary art center. Beyond these two highlights, the city's automated industrial park will also be open for you during this tour, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. Of course, you're also free to explore the city on your own and discover places that catch your interest, like the amusement park or the dragon exhibition. If this sounds appealing, don't hesitate to stop by and check them out. Once we arrive in Quilson City, you'll be free to explore at your own pace. The accompanying teachers will stay at the terminal, so if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out to them. Please remember to stay safe, and I wish you all a fruitful and enjoyable field trip. Quyang City. We finally arrived at Quilson City. The climate is so pleasant here. After arriving at Quilson City, we started our free time like the guidance counselor said. Shirara, have you decided where you wanna go? I'm still thinking. What about you? Looks like you've already made up your mind. Yep. Kiki waves the brochure in her hand, and the image of the dragon and magician on it makes her choice clear. The dragon exhibition? The familiar image reminds you of the psychological test Kiki showed you on your first day at the academy. Never thought that there really would be a fantasy exhibition about wizards fighting dragons. Are you really going to sleep inside the dragon's cave now? That's right, I heard they will have comfy beds at the exhibition. My dream of becoming a magician will finally come true. Alright, I'm off. You should get going too as soon as you figure out where you want to go. Sure, have fun fighting dragons. After saying goodbye to Kiki, you turn around to find the person you were looking for already standing next to you, ready to discuss your destination. These options will affect your research field trip score influenced by learning aptitude bonuses. It is recommended to choose your highest learning aptitude bonus. Quilson City is an ancient capital with a rich historical heritage. Since I'm here, I simply must visit the famous Quilson Museum. After deciding where to go, you look at the person beside you. Where are you thinking of going? Let's see if we're going to the same way. The spots the teacher recommended all sound amazing. Any one of them would be well worth a visit. That said, hearing you talk about it, your choice does sound more appealing. In that case, let's go together now. After walking the entire day, I'm so tired I can't think properly anymore. Good morning! You're here so early too, Vin. Yes, I fell asleep soon after returning from the field trip. So I also woke up earlier than usual today. What about you? Why did you get up so early? I think it's because I learned a lot during yesterday's field trip. My brain has been extremely alert and telling me to wake up and do my field trip notes. Anyway, you look quite excited during the field trip yesterday. Since I need to hand in my notes too, should we do it together then? Sure, we'll be able to fill in each other on things we might have missed. Field trips successful. The recent research field trips organized by our school have successfully come to a close. On these field trips, students walk out of their classrooms and into real world scenarios. They were able to see, hear, and touch things firsthand, experiencing the practical applications of in-class knowledge. Students visited the Quilson City Art Center, the Museum of History, and other local businesses. The research field trips have not only expanded our students' worldviews, but also deepened their understanding of in-class knowledge and its real-world applications, creating a solid foundation for broader development. Dear compassionate students, no matter how hard it is to resist those adorable kittens, don't feed them. The little guys have no restraint. From an ordinary cat lover. Shirara, the dining hall launches new seasonal snacks every year around this time. We can try them out together this afternoon if you want. I will be waiting for you at the entrance to the dining hall. Vin Richter. The cafeteria entrance, is it somewhere around here? Ah, there he is, Senior. There you are, let us go inside first. Okay, aren't we going through this door? If you enter the cafeteria from here, you will need to go through the kitchen to reach the snack area, so it will be quite greasy and smoky. That is why I usually enter through the small side entrance. It is hidden and requires a little detour, which is why it is seldom used by students. No wonder I didn't know about this other entrance to the cafeteria. Come with me. If the cafeteria is overly crowded when your class concludes, you might consider using that particular entrance instead. Dear Ravenous readers, there are new books available in the library. Whether you're looking for reference books or works written in a variety of languages, we've got everything you need. Minerva Academy Library. Hey, watch out! Huh? Ah! Phew, that was close. Did you get hit? I'm fine, let me get the ball for you. No need, let those boys get it themselves. I have no idea how they managed to kick it onto the track. Anyway, you better stay further in case they kick the ball over here again and you may get hurt. Okay, I leave now. See you later. Good afternoon, Vin. Good afternoon. Are you okay? You look tired. I'm okay, but I got held up and was late to the cafeteria. Everything I liked was gone by the time I got there. What do you like? I can save some for you next time. Huh? Wouldn't that be too much trouble? Not at all. Write a list of your favorite foods for me. Winter exam prep. The winter exam is just around the corner, filling the school with an anxious yet vibrant atmosphere as students review. The library is crowded, the study room is brightly illuminated, and every student is basking in the sea of knowledge. We hope all of our students can achieve the ideal outcome for the winter exam. Dear students, the Minerva Academy winter exam is fast approaching, and we are looking forward to the outstanding academic performance of all of our students. Minerva Academy Academic Affairs Department. I think the air conditioning is not working properly in this classroom. My hands and feet are getting colder and colder the longer I study. Huh? Is it broken? But it's blowing warm air. Could it be that I'm too disheartened? It does feel colder than usual here, so I think you're not imagining things. We should report it to the teacher first. Yes, I can't keep studying if it's this cold. How about going to another classroom first? The one next door should be fine. Okay, please help me inform the teacher about it. Thanks. Classroom. The temperature drops with each passing day at the academy, announcing the upcoming arrival of the winter exams. Although the results of these exams won't affect your university admission, these are your first major exams here at Minerva Academy. These days, many students have started to focus on studying instead of doing extracurricular activities. The study rooms and library are filled with people, and tension fills every corner of the academy in the lead up to the exams. What should I do, Shwara? I'm so nervous. If I don't do well, I can say bye-bye to my winter vacation plans. Last night, I even dreamed about doing test papers, and halfway through, the questions suddenly stopped making any sense. It was so scary that I felt like my alarm clock saved me when it rang in the morning. Don't worry, dreams are usually the opposite of reality. I'm sure you'll be able to crush it. But the more I study before an exam, the more nervous I get. I feel like there's so much I haven't studied yet. Same here. Honestly, sometimes I just wish the test would come sooner. Then at least it will be over and done with. It's much better than this feeling of not being certain of your fate. True, but whenever I look at my notes, it always feels like there's never enough time. Yeah, I better get back to studying. Good luck to you too. I heard that, like in other academic activities, top performers on these tests will get their names up on the honor list. That will boost your reputation in school, and if you get enough reputation, you might even get the chance to give a speech as a student representative at the school's anniversary event. I assume you want the chance to give that speech? Yes, I've heard about that too. I'll do my best. Like Kiki said, if you get the chance to give a speech at the school anniversary, you might have a chance to restore the school's old vibe. The reason the academy is making changes is that it hopes to improve the university admission rate. This means everyone must do well if you want the academy to change its mind. And that's precisely why studying has been the most important thing to you recently. You turn your attention back to the book in front of you and continue to reinforce everything you have learned during the semester. As the clock's hands keep spinning, even your strongest resolve can't stop your mind from succumbing to fatigue. Familiar words begin to blur into strange, meaningless symbols as your focus slowly slips away. It feels harder and harder to focus. I don't think I'll make any real progress even if I continue to stare at these notes right now. I wonder how he's doing. Maybe I should ask him. Abandoned infirmary. You arrive at the abandoned infirmary just as Vin closes a book and stands up to put it onto the bookshelf he had set up. He then turns around, his golden eyes lighting up with a hint of surprise as they meet yours. Shuraira? I thought you would be too busy studying to come here. I got a little tired from all the studying, so I thought I'd come over and take a look. It is a good habit to balance study and rest. Vin pours you a cup of hot black tea and pushes it in front of you. A cup of hot tea is a great way to refresh your mind after overusing your brain. Has everything gone well with your studies these days? It's going quite well, and I've gone through all the key points for the most part. Now I just need to reinforce what I've learned. Good, you must have been working hard these days. Get some rest today and try to relax. You seem to enjoy the snack we got last time, so I have picked out some other flavors for you to try today. See which one you like the best so I can bring more of that flavor for you next time. It will be the perfect treat to celebrate after the winter exams are over. Okay. Classroom. You've all done well in the winter exams, which means our class has achieved an impressive average score. And because of that, you get to choose a movie to watch together in this afternoon's self-study class. Oh, thank you! Why don't we watch the horror movie from last time? No way! It gets dark quite early these days, and watching a horror movie at school is simply too scary. Amidst the cheers and discussions, Kiki tucks your sleeve that gently. Looks like you did pretty well this time too, huh? Yeah, I did decent. You? Way better than I expected. My family even booked tickets for a vacation after hearing about my results. That's awesome! Congrats! Vin, since you're here, does that mean you finished all your exams? Yes, my exam finished slightly after yours. Yay, that means the winter vacation is starting now. Will you be going home during the vacation? No, Minerva Academy is running some activities during the vacation, so I will stay here. If you're bored during the vacation, I can show you around. Thank you. The surprise top winter exam student. The winter exam scores are here. Thanks to the combined effort of all of our teachers and students, the overall scores for various exam subjects have seen some improvement. The students did far better than they were expecting, which is a perfect way to wrap up this semester. The school would like to congratulate Sharara and other students on their exceptional results. These impressive scores are proof of all of our students' achievements this semester and point the faculty in the right direction for further instruction. Let's all look forward to the next semester and the new accomplishments it will bring. Dear students, congratulations to all of our students for finishing their winter exam. As we welcome this long-awaited winter break, we wish all of our students an unforgettable vacation. Minerva Academy Academic Affairs Department. Classroom. Even though you should be happy right now since you get to head back to your dorm early, you quietly lie on the desk showing no intention of leaving the classroom. A small golden flower appears in your hand as you open your hand. To be honest, you got this flower by accident when you were in the abandoned infirmary where Vin was. School hallway. At that time, you found the chemistry class representative before class and gave her the equipment.
고마워. 어디 보자.
What is it? Seeing her stop suddenly while counting the equipment, you move closer in confusion. After she rummages through the equipment for a while, you see a small flower in her hand when she pulls her hands out. Upon closer inspection, you see traces of water on the petals, which makes it obvious that this flower was picked recently. Why would there be a flower? Oh, could it be? Recalling your conversation with Vin, you remember that he had his back to you when he collected the equipment for you. Was that when he...
꽃은 실험기구가 아닌데. 도와준 사람이 줬나 봐?
Well, it must have been blown there by the wind. Although you give her a rather awkward explanation, the situation is likely just as you suspect. Vin puts the flower there on purpose. He might have suddenly felt like doing that, or he might have another reason. Dang it, I was too careless. You shake your head hard, trying to banish your thoughts about Vin from your head. As if someone is responding to your thoughts, a commotion breaks out from the other side of the classroom doors.
노아 선배!
You look up suddenly, but Vin seems to only be passing by the junior classroom. As suspected of a popular exchange student, countless people greet him while he's walking, and he also responds to them one by one.
선배는 항상 수업이 끝나면 바로 가버리네요.
오늘은 일찍 끝났으니 기숙사로 먼저 돌아가려고.
정말 기숙사로 가는 거 맞아요? 듣기로는...
It looks like Vin's secret hideout in the abandoned school building isn't a complete secret. Instead of answering his question, Vin looks through the crowd and into the classroom. To be precise, he is looking at you, who are pretending to be uninterested while listening attentively. Did he notice me?
모르는 척하기는.
His words seems to answer the student's question and be a subtle summary of the situation between you two. My invitation is still valid, and I know you are watching me. Your curiosity about Vin surges again at this moment, and you decide to follow him as you look at him disappearing into the distance. Abandoned infirmary. Vin seems to anticipate that you will follow him as he starts setting up his tea set right after entering the infirmary.
왔구나. 마실 것 좀 줄까? 홍차랑 간식 있어.
I'm fine with anything, thank you. Before long, a cup of piping hot tea and a small cake appear in front of you. You've never tasted the tea or the snack before, and you are quite sure that the cafeteria doesn't have them either. Owing to a gut feeling you can't put into words, you decide not to ask him how he sneaked this into the academy.
왜 그래? 아까부터 쭉 나를 쳐다보는 것 같던데.
Unlike during your first encounter here, Vin now comes across as almost too much like a thoughtful upperclassman. Instead of teasing you with words, he is just drinking his tea quietly opposite you.
편하게 쉬어도 돼. 말했듯이 난 다른 사람의 고민을 듣고 분석하고 가끔은 조언도 해주는 걸 좋아하거든. 내 초대를 거절하지 않았다는 건 뭔가 얘기하고 싶은 게 있다는 거겠지.
After a brief silence, you press your lips and put down the warm teacup. Have you ever had anything you really wanted to do? Like trying your best to do something for everyone, trying to stop the academy from becoming something unrecognizable, or something like that? As this is the first time you've shared this with another person, you wait nervously for Vin to speak.
다른 사람에게 인정받는 것보다는 먼저 그런 생각을 하게 된 계기에 대해 생각해보는 게 좋을 것 같아. 혼란과 분노의 본질은 특정 상황에서 아무것도 할 수 없는 자신의 무능함에서 비롯된다는 말이 있어. 주변을 돌아보기 전에 먼저 자기 자신에 대해 알아야 한다고 생각해.
Like many of our peers, I disagree with the academy's new policies, but I have no way to stop them.
왜 아카데미의 새로운 변화를 막으려는 건데? 난 네가 답을 알고 있을 거로 생각해.
Instead of questioning you aggressively, Vin guides you to speak your true thoughts. You look at him through the steam rising from the hot tea before saying something under your breath. It's probably because I want to create unique memories. I want to have brilliant and wonderful moments to look back on from every stage of my life. whether it's my time as a student or my life after that. As your voice trails off, Vince's gaze settles on you once more. This time, however, there's a deeper understanding reflected in the gentle curve of his mouth.
추억을 만든다라.
Do you have similar thoughts?
아니, 난 그런 적 없어.
You expect Vin to offer comforting words like most people would in this situation. But he quickly returns to his calm and composed self again.
그러니까 나는 대부분의 사람과 사물에 집착하지도 않고 신경 쓰지도 않아. 기억은 본질적으로 사라질 수밖에 없어. 그래서 난 붙잡고 있을 필요가 없다고 생각해. 예를 들어 지금은 친하게 지내는 친구들도 언젠가는 뿔뿔이 흩어져 서로 연락을 끊게 되겠지. 우리가 있는 이 보건실도 언젠가는 철거돼서 형체를 알아볼 수 없는 벽돌과 모래로 변할 거고, 미래는 이미 알고 있으니 흐름에 순응하며 그 시간을 평화롭게 보내는 게 난 더 좋아.
Go with the flow.
그래도 추억을 만들고 싶어하는 너도 이해할 순 있어. 상당히 신기하긴 하지만.
Novel. Rather than saying that he's giving you advice as your upperclassman, it's more like he's exchanging ideas with you as an equal. Spending his time at campus leisurely, is that why Vin created his space in the infirmary? Although you understand why he thinks that way, you get the feeling that there's something he isn't telling you. But take the infirmary as an example. The fact that you put so much effort into setting it up really goes to show that you actually do care about this place, right? Obviously enjoying this collision of ideas, Vin leans over and places a slice of lemon cake onto your plate.
내 행동은 배려라기보다는 이곳에서 있었던 일을 재현하는 거라고 할 수 있어.
In the past,
다른 예를 들어볼게. 몇 년 전에 너랑 비슷한 나이, 비슷한 성격의 여자아이도 이곳에 자주 왔다고 하자. 당시에는 이 폐강이동도 막 지어졌던 때라 시끌벅적했었지. 그 여자아이는 이 건물에서 다양한 사람들과 사건을 마주했어. 자신과 같은 생각을 하고 있던 사람도 만났고, 늦은 밤에 자신이 직접 심은 꽃을 관찰하기도 했어.
what happened after that? What happened to the girl? Vin pauses for a moment in response to your questions. Although he is looking at you, waiting curiously for him to continue, he seems to be looking at people and things far more distant.
모르겠어. 어쨌든 결국 가설일 뿐이잖아. 하지만 아카데미를 배경으로 한 이야기는 대부분 같은 결말로 끝나는 법이지. 여자아이는 이곳에서 사귄 친구들과 작별 인사를 하고 추억은 끊임없이 가라앉아 버리겠지. 사라질 때까지. 내가 들려준 이야기가 슬퍼? 이건 그냥 내 생각을 얘기한 것뿐이야. 네가 나한테 속마음을 털어놓는 걸 선택했으니 나도 거기에 솔직하게 답한 거지.
You don't know if you agree with what Vin just said to you. After all, if you do, it means that the story you share with him, one that began with your encounter here, will also end sooner or later. If you can be honest with yourself, are you really willing to let your experiences during this time disappear with your memories? Shirara, if you felt sad after hearing the story I told you, then you can just ignore it. After all, that assumption was based on my own thoughts. Of course, you can still tell me how you feel anytime. I will always be waiting here for you. Vin Richter. You have received a horrifying note. Your vacation time is about to end. Please prepare yourself. Anonymous. Shurara, you seem to really like the small cake I made before. I recently developed some floral tea to pair with it, and it tastes even better now. If you have time at noon, why not head to the abandoned infirmary to relax? Vin Richter. Thank you, Senior. Make yourself at home and take a seat. This floral tea is best brewed in warm water. Is the temperature okay? Yes, it's just fine. I have selected 2 varieties of cakes to harmonize the aroma of the tea, lime and matcha. Please feel free to choose the one you like. Okay. Wow, the tea is really mellow at this temperature, and it tastes so sweet and refreshing. I know I could trust your taste when it comes to tea. I am glad you like it. If you are interested, we can try some other flavors next time. Sounds great. I will love to. The winter charity sale is in full swing. As the final leaf falls, winter has quietly arrived. Minerva Academy is also ready for its annual winter charity sale. During this chilly season, warm and enthusiastic preparations have already begun in earnest. The Student Council and various clubs are busily planning, collecting donated items, and making handcrafts. Each item conveys our students' intentions and expectations. Minerva Academy's faculty and students will work together to design promotional posters, set up stalls, and make sure this event will be held in a safe, orderly manner. All proceeds from the charity sale will be donated to Hope Elementary School to provide aid to impoverished students, expressing our love and warmth. Dear charity sale stall operators, thank you for participating in the winter charity sale. The events department is holding a meeting for stall operators next week, and we hope everyone can attend. Minerva Academy Events Department. Sure, I heard there are some new dishes available in the dining hall. If you want, we could try them together at noon today. I will wait for you at the side entrance I mentioned before. You can just head straight over. Vin Richter. I'm here, Vin. Slow down and watch your step. You are here earlier than usual today. The new dish at the cafeteria is really popular, and the teacher let us out of class 2 minutes early after noticing how eager everyone was to try it out. By the way, there really aren't many people using this entrance, even though the main entrance is completely packed. Indeed, if we proceed through this entrance, we should definitely have the opportunity to order the new dish you are eager to try. We shall make our way there now, lest our advantage go to waste. Sure, it's all thanks to you. Corridor. Excuse me, please step aside. 2 students shout loudly as they carry a long table through the hallway. A lot of people are moving tables today. It's probably for the winter charity sale. Everyone's chipping in to move tables from the unused classrooms to the sports field. I have a feeling this charity sale is going to be quite big. School garden. There are so many large parasols here. Are they going to be moved to the charity sale venue as well? Yeah, the sun can be a bit glaring even in the winter. So, we dug out these parasols from the academy storage. There will be one next to each stall. Great! That will make things so much pleasant during the sale. campus convenience store. The convenience store has also stocked so many decorations lately. That's right, we made sure to stock up on more decorative items so that students participating in the charity sale would have more options for decorating their stalls. That's a lifesaver. I was just worrying about how to decorate my stall. Let's pick some together. Sports field. They are already setting up everything at the sports field. Yeah, it's starting to really feel like a charity sale now. Oh, the stall I was assigned is all set up. I can probably start decorating it soon. Speaking of which, shouldn't you be discussing your plans for the charity sale with your stall partner? Yeah, I was just about to do that. Go on then, I'm off now. After waving goodbye to Kiki, you get ready to meet up with your partner. Abandoned infirmary. When Vin and you were discussing how you would decorate your charity sale booth, he said he would bring some plants to the stall. For this reason, he has been spending the past few days carefully selecting a combination of suitable potted plants in the infirmary. To make sure that the decorations Kiki and you pick would match Vince's plants, you take them with you to the abandoned infirmary. Are these potted plants on the table the ones you pick up for the stall? Correct. Not many potted plants are in bloom this season, so I tried to select ones that are growing well right now. But I am a bit worried that everything will just look too green. I may just have a solution for that. So, you have already figured out a way to embellish them? Under Vince's confused gaze, you raise the ribbon paper you just poured in the air. We can fold lots of colorful flowers and place them next to the potted plants. This way, they will look like real flowers from a distance. That is a great idea. I happen to know a special origami flower technique we can use. Let us try it together. Okay. Winter Charity Sale Venue. After comparing several alternative products with different functions, you finally select the bookmark light as your main product. Come check it out, this bookmark light is really convenient to use. It may be small, but it gives off a lot of light. While you show everyone the bookmark light, Vin tells the students gathered around about the advantages of having adjustable light sources. It has several adjustable brightness settings. Whether you're indoors or outdoors in the evening or nighttime, this gives you enough light to read any book you want. If you need to read in a dark room, you just need to select a higher brightness level. If it's the evening when the sky has just gotten dark, you can select a setting with a colder color temperature. This means you can read whenever you want, wherever you want. After going over the basic information about the bookmark light, you start to tell everyone about its biggest advantage when compared with an ordinary bookmark. Of course, the most important feature is its exceptional eye-friendly lighting. With adjustable brightness, it ensures everyone can read comfortably at any time. Just find the right setting and your eyes will stay fresh and comfortable. That's why our bookmark light uses a top-tier eye-friendly bulb. No matter the environment, you can enjoy a comfortable and eye-friendly reading experience every time you use it. Everyone seems really interested in buying it after hearing your introduction. After After introducing all your products, you start to wrap up the promotion. We'll pour our heart into preparing these products for everyone. As we discussed earlier, Vin points out the deeper meaning behind the Academy's Winter Charity Sale again in his speech. This Winter Charity Sale is a heartfelt gesture from all the students at Minerva Academy dedicated to supporting children in the mountainous areas who are unable to attend school. The Academy will donate all proceeds from the charity sale to charity-funded elementary schools. That's right, this means you can snack something you love while also contributing to a good cause. It's a win-win for everyone. If you like what we are selling, feel free to swing by later and choose whatever catches your eye. Most likely inspired by your speech, the students eagerly pull out their tokens and begin shopping. It isn't long before your stall is cleaned out, making your stall the top stall of the charity sale. Winter Charity Sale Venue. Before you know it, the charity sale is coming to an end. Shirara! Kiki, what are you doing here? Don't you need to watch over your stall? The charity sale is almost over and there aren't many people around our stall now. So, we've been taking turns to come out for a walk. That's nice. It's a good idea to take a break too. Taking a break is one thing, but I mainly wanted to check out your super popular stall. Super popular stall? I was like 2 corridors away and people were talking about a crazy popular stall with a perpetual line over here. I knew right away it had to be your stall. They were just exaggerating. Our stall just got lucky with all the foot traffic around here. Stop being so modest. Just look, you are almost sold out. You're right about that. I would have stocked more if I knew these things would be so popular. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you had more stock, you'd probably be working non-stop the whole time. See, what did I tell you? Another customer has come after hearing about your stall. I'll get out of your hair now. See you later. Sure, I'll come to see you when I'm free. You're here too, Vin. Shara, are those materials from yesterday's charity sale you are holding? Yes, there are still some things to do even though the charity sale ended yesterday. I need to go through these photos and write down my reflections like the teacher asked. That must be tough. Can I help you with anything? We were together all day yesterday, so I think I can help you. Okay, please help me see if I miss anything here. Winter Charity Sale successful. Under the cozy winter sun, the curtain has drawn on the Minerva Academy Charity Sale. Surging like a warm winter current, a pleasant mood spread across the entire campus to accompany this rewarding experience. The handcrafts of our students meticulously created, different items kindly donated, and the selfless support and help from our teachers all come together to paint a beautiful charitable picture. The outcome of the charity sale exceeded all of our expectations with an outstanding performance from Sharara and Vin Richter in particular. The proceeds raised will bring warmth and light to those in need, simultaneously planting seeds filled with love at our school. Dear students, a delightful and rich winter break has come to a close. We look forward to seeing all of our students with a refreshed demeanor in the coming semester. Minerva Academy Academic Affairs Department. Abandoned Infirmary. After that, your life at school remains the same with one small change, helping Vin water the flowers. Do I need to water here too?
그럼 부탁할게. 조금만 더 주면 돼.
Your mind drifts as you carefully tilt the watering can to water the flowers, the gentle splashing sound filling the space between you and him. Although Vin has never discussed his hypothetical story about the girl who intruded into the infirmary again, I can't stop thinking about it. While you are curious about the ending of the characters in the story, you are even more curious about Vin's state of mind when telling the story. What if the hypothetical story isn't really hypothetical? What if the story is actually a tale about the past that has shaped Vin's view on memories? I should try to find out one day. Library. After thinking it over, you decide to start by investigating the Academy's records. You walk around the library and find some detail in the deepest part of the library. Summary of past inter-school international exchange activities. This is what I'm looking for. Has Finn been here for an exchange before, or was it someone important to him? However, even after going through the entire summary, you can't find any name or event that seems connected to Vin. Am I overthinking things? As you are too immersed in your thoughts, you have no time to hide when a group of people start entering the library.
이쪽으로 오세요. 아카데미의 과거 자료를 보관하고 있는 곳이니 마음껏 둘러보시지요.
학생 주임 선생님께서 앞장서 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
The guidance counselor? Oh no, they are coming this way. You glance around in desperation, but all you see are bookshelves and desks, hardly ideal hiding spots. As the footsteps get closer, you decide to bite the bullet and greet the guidance counselor and the others. Suddenly, someone pulls you backward.
이쪽으로 와.
Vin, why are you here?
쉿. 나중에 설명할게.
After that, he pulls you into a corner behind a curtain. Then you hold your breath while listening to the sound outside. Failing to notice you, the guidance counselor and the visitors space around in the spot where you were hiding just seconds ago. The guidance counselor, looking slightly embarrassed, hesitates for a moment before stepping forward to address the visitors.
여러분, 저희는 지금 대대적인 아카데미 개혁을 진행 중입니다. 그래서 여러 가지 문제를 다시 검토해야 하죠. 다른 아카데미와의 교류나 해외 교환학생 같은 일들을요.
International exchanges? This is directly related to Vin. Is Vin hiding here because he wants to learn more about this? In the dim light, you turn to glance at Vin. You feel a little worried because his expression doesn't give anything away.
해외 교환학생 프로그램에 대한 아카데미 측 입장은 충분히 이해합니다. 모든 게 마무리될 때까지 교환학생 프로그램을 중단하겠다는 것도 받아들일 수 있어요. 새로운 정책이 확정된 후에 관련 사항을 처리해도 늦지 않습니다.
그럼 이제 아카데미의 다른 시설을 둘러보시죠.
부탁드리겠습니다.
Hold on, doesn't that mean... Vin, if what the guidance counselor said is true,
이번 학기가 끝나면 귀국해야 할지도 모르겠네.
Vin whispers when answering your question, probably because the people outside haven't quite left the library yet. However, what happens next is completely beyond both Vin's and your expectations.
아휴, 다른 교환학생들은 걱정 없는데 윤노아 학생은...
Huh? The visitor sighs again after reaching the entrance of the library.
노아 학생은 아마 이렇게 급작스럽게 귀국하고 싶어 하지 않을 거예요.
윤노아. 그 학생의 모친도 이 아카데미 출신이고 그 부친과 연을 맺게 된 곳도 이 아카데미라고 들었습니다.
맞아요. 그 학생 부모님 얘기가 나와서 말인데
The voice fades into the distance as the guidance counselor and the others leaves. Vin motions for you to come out from behind the curtain after him, and his face doesn't give away any signs of being affected by the discussion about him. However, your heart is pounding wildly. Perhaps the answer you've been looking for since entering the library is right in front of you. Vin, about what the guidance counselor and that visitor said about your parents.
아빠는 학생 대표로 이 아카데미를 방문했다가 엄마를 만나게 됐어. 엄마도 이 아카데미에 다녀서 두 사람은 빠르게 친해졌고. 그래서 아빠가 두 아카데미 간에 해외 교환학생 프로그램을 만들어서 엄마랑 함께하게 된 거야.
Then that girl you mentioned in your hypothetical story.
우리 엄마야.
Vin's response is strikingly honest, but his honesty carries a heartbreaking sense of calm. A calmness shaped by countless experiences, both good and bad, that seems to have smoothed over all traces of his emotional shifts.
어머니의 기억은 아름다웠겠지만 아카데미 생활이 끝나자 사랑하는 사람과 함께했던 추억도 모든 커플이 그랬듯이 두 분에겐 의견 충돌이 있었고 심지어 헤어진 적도 있었어. 둘 중 누구도 물러서지 않고 감정의 골만 깊어진 상태라 주변 사람들은 착각하기 시작했지. 마치 소중한 추억이 존재한 적 없었다는 듯이, 나아가 두 사람의 관계를 좁힐 수 없다는 듯이 말이야. 그런 모습을 보니 가끔 추억에 대해 의문이 생기더라고.
Doubt?
이 이야기의 끝이 슬픈 이별이고 결국 모든 것이 사라진다면 사람과 사람이 만나서 관계를 이어간다는 것에 무슨 의미가 있을까?
Vin. Assumptions and what ifs. Vin is probably accustomed to testing others and seeking answers in this way. You don't know what impact those past events had on him, but all you want to do right now is understand what he is thinking and respond to that. Are you sure you're just asking a what if question? He shakes his head quickly, probably because he can see how sincere you are.
아니, 솔직하게 말하자면 내 생각에 대한 네 대답을 듣고 싶어. 물론 당장 말해주지 않아도 돼. 일단 도서관에서 나가자. 교실로 데려다 줄게. 아니면 보건실로 가서 조금 쉴래?
As your conversation goes on, he returns to his usual calm and gentle tone again. But both of you know that something has changed between you. Shirara, I may need to return to my home country soon. How do you feel about the questions I asked that day? About the end of the story and about the meaning that lies in encountering others? I am looking forward to your answer, Vin Richter. Dear students, flower bloom amidst the warm spring air. It's the perfect time to enjoy some blossoms. We encourage our students to spend some more time outdoors. Flower planting squad. Shirara, the snack stash in the abandoned infirmary is running low. If you are free at noon, could you come to the convenience store next to the dining hall with me to pick some up? Vin Richter. Vin, I'm over here. There you are. Shall we go inside then? Okay, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen you buy anything from the Academy's convenience store. Plus, are you sure the snacks you stash in the abandoned infirmary can be bought from the Academy? Well, it is true that most of them come from outside the Academy, but indulging in the same thing repeatedly can be rather boring. So I sometimes purchase cookies and cakes on campus. It is nice to eat something different every once in a while. I see. Actually, some of the snacks sold in the convenience store taste great. We always discuss them in the dormitory. Is that so? Can you recommend it some to me then? No problem. Follow me. Classroom. The story in the course completion booklet, is that the one we all pitched in to create together in class? Yes, it's the story about traveling through space on a flying train. Like we designed in class, the protagonist, having lost his memories, was rescued by his fellow passengers on the train. He then stayed at the space transit station to rest and recover. During this time, the protagonist talked to the other travelers who were also temporarily staying there and gradually understood the purpose of their galactic journey. After some time, the other travelers invited the protagonist to travel with them when it was time for the train to set off again. However, the protagonist refused because he said he suffered from severe train sickness. And that's how the story ends. Now that I think about it, the student who came up with this ending sure has some unique thought processes. Yeah, the story ended so abruptly. Actually, I was thinking about what a different story it would have been if the protagonist had chosen to accept the invitation. And coincidentally, our teacher was curious about the same thing, so he left a blank section at the end of the booklet. Perhaps that section will be filled with more stories about the protagonist and the train passengers. It's just like we discussed in class, isn't it? Leaving some white space can really spark the imagination. Absolutely. This booklet just taught us something new. Vin, why are you here? It's quite noisy here because the study room is being fixed. I thought you wouldn't come here for a while. I remember that your classes should be over, so I came here to find you. Since the conditions here are not ideal for studying, shall we go to the abandoned school building instead? Will I get in your way? Of course not. I just happened to plant some flowers recently. It should be a great place for you to study there quietly right now. Well then, thank you then. Sports Day, calling all athletes. The Minerva Academy Spring Sports Day is fast approaching. The track and field team is already in tip-top shape and can't wait to show their stuff. Meanwhile, equipment preparations are underway and the schedule is being carefully organized. Our teachers and volunteers will also make every effort to ensure each event proceeds in a safe and orderly manner. In addition to enjoying the blood-pumping competition, we also hope our students will experience the spirit of unity and teamwork. Dear athletes, Minerva Academy will hold its annual Sports Day soon, and several event records are just waiting to be broken. We are eagerly anticipating our students' performance in the competition. Minerva Academy Athletics Department. Shirara, it is blooming season. Many of the flowers I planted in the abandoned infirmary have begun to bloom over the past few days, largely thanks to your meticulous care. Come take a look at our garden after school today. Vin Richter. You are here already, Shirara. I noticed that you weren't here yet, so I sprayed some water on these pots over there. Why did you come inside with a gardening spade? Did you move some flowers outside? Yes, certain plants thrive more under the sunlight. When I was taking care of them in the afternoon, I noticed that their leaves had curled up. It was a sign of being kept indoors for a long time. So I just moved them outside to give them more sunlight these days. By the way, one of those pots contained a new variety that I just planted, so you probably have not seen it yet. Is that so? We have a new friend. Yes, would you like to go out and see it together? Certainly. Sportsville. In addition to the usual track and field events, this year's Spring Sports Day will feature exciting activities like a six-legged race and double dribbling. I hope all participants will achieve outstanding results, embrace the spirit of competition, and showcase their unique style. Let the Minerva Academy Spring Sports Day begin. After the principal's speech, people start making their way to the auditorium in small groups while students who are competing in events start preparing on the sports field. It's quite sunny today. I'm starting to sweat even before I start competing. There's still a little time until my game starts. I think I'll get a drink from the temporary aid station next to the sports field. First, what should I drink? The following options will affect your school sports day score influenced by learning aptitude bonuses. It is recommended to choose your highest learning aptitude bonus. I'll be exercising a lot today, so I need to replenish my sugar intake. Hi, 2 bottles of fresh juice, please. After getting something to drink with your student ID, your partner for the sports day appears. Shirara, so this is where you are. Are you buying something? Yeah, I'm preparing for the upcoming game. Here, this is for you. Alright, I just watched the International Department's multi-legged race. Congratulations on leading your team to victory. I was just lucky. The other teams were probably a little out of practice. I am actually more looking forward to winning the doubles game with you later. Yep, I'm sure we'll win. I knew it. No one's more in sync than us. It's you, Vin. Good morning. Good morning. You still look tired. Did you exercise too much yesterday? Maybe. I feel like I can't control my arms and legs today. You still need to move around when you have lactic acid buildup. I will walk around with you downstairs. Move slowly first and give your body some time to adapt. Okay, thank you. Congratulations to our athletes! With a warm spring breeze and beautiful bright sunshine as a backdrop, the Minerva Academy Spring Sports Day has come to a successful end. After 2 days of exciting competition, our athletes have given us a variety of incredible moments displaying their overflowing enthusiasm and resilient spirit. Specifically, Shara and Vin Richter's performance left a deep impression on all of the spectators. Each participant showed their very best attitude, embodying the demeanor of a Minerva student. To the destined recipient, have you heard? There's a new takeout drop-off area at the third column on the western fence. It's completely safe. Anonymous. Shirara, I heard it has been difficult to find a spot in the study room or library recently. Are you looking for a private place to study too? Maybe the abandoned infirmary could work. You can come anytime you need to study. Vin Richter. You are here, Shirara. I tidied up that desk over there. You can use it if you need to study. You actually tidied it up for me in advance. Thank you so much. You are welcome. I am glad that I could help. Thanks, this is such a good place to study. But will I disturb your rest if I study here? Do not worry, there is a partition curtain here, so your studying will not cause me any disturbance. Besides, spending time with you feels like a form of rest to me. What did you say? It is nothing. Anyway, just go at your own pace. Dear art lovers, the art department recently invited an international recognized artist to give a lecture on campus. The booking system will be available starting next week. We are eager for our students to experience the mystique of arts. Minerva Academy Art Department. Excuse me, can I study in this room? Yes, they don't hold any classes in this room and it's open to all students. I see, thanks. Actually, I just transferred here this semester, so I'm still quite new to the campus. Got it. There's a campus map on the notice board over there. It also shows the opening hours of various activity venues. You can take a look at it if you need. Thanks, I'll check it out now. So this is where you are, Vin. I came here because I remember your classes should almost be over. Are you looking for me? My classmate mentioned a new snack shop at the school entrance. But it's really popular and I heard that it's almost impossible to get a seat there. Tokyo should be okay though. I see, then we can buy something I needed here. Perfect, I had stocked up some new tea bags at the abandoned infirmary. We can enjoy the snacks with the tea. Yay, let's go now. We should be back just in time for afternoon tea. Summer exam prep. With the imminent arrival of the final bell, the school is filled with the smell of books and students can be spotted scribbling notes everywhere. The library is now the most lively place on campus. Every seat is filled by a student deep in thought or flipping through their notes to nourish themselves with knowledge. The scent of pens and ink fills the air as every exam and test paper is engraved with the tireless sweat of our students. We hope that sweat will produce a bountiful harvest on the summer exam, shining a light on all of our students' learning journeys. Dear top students, as the summer exam is right around the corner, we have put together a special 50 question set. Answer 50 questions to enjoy free Wednesday afternoon tea, campus dining hall. This part needs to be trimmed too. Huh? What are you doing? It's summer and the bushes are thriving like never, but we can't let them grow unchecked or else this garden will become full of weeds. Got it? You're trimming the branches and leaves. Yes, this way they will stay beautiful all the time. That's true. Thank you so much. Classroom. Just like that, a year has flown by since you started at the academy. The upcoming summer exams mark the end of the school year. With the most important exams of the year drawing near, the whole campus seems immersed in studying with the ever-present hum of cicadas in the background. Summer and studying just don't go well together. This is the time for pitching tents in the mountains or riding the waves by the beach. We shouldn't be stuck slogging away and trying not to sink in the ocean of knowledge. The vacation will start right after the exams. Just hang on for a little longer. Yeah, it's not like we have other options. Plus, I heard that if our grades aren't good enough this time, there are chances all club activities will be cancelled next year. As Kiki says, the school officials are paying close attention to the results of the summer exams and will most likely use this to decide the extent of campus reforms. However, pressure and opportunities usually come hand in hand. If I do exceptionally well in these exams, I will gain more recognition not just among my schoolmates but also with the school's officials. This way, I might even get the opportunity to give a speech as a student representative at the school anniversary in August. It will be more convincing if I can use my own grades to prove that participation in club activities has no adverse impact on one's studies. It looks like these exams will be crucial. Yeah, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Let's work hard together. Okay.
You study alone for a bit longer after saying goodbye to Kiki. By the time you finish your set of questions and prepare to get some rest, the sky has already started to get dark. I wonder how his studying is going. Maybe I should go check on him. Abandoned infirmary. Maybe it's because summer has arrived, or perhaps because there are even more plants here than before, but abandoned infirmary feels more vibrant than ever when you arrive. At this moment, the man who has been taking care of this place elegantly is sitting at his desk and writing something among the lush greenery. However, this man who always seems so composed and in control is wearing a rare frown as though he's encountered a problem he can't easily solve. It isn't long before he solved his problem and sits up straight after finishing what he is writing. He looks like a cat when he's stretching. Huh? Is that you, Shirara? When did you get here? Why are you just standing there at the door? I didn't want to disturb you when you were solving a tough question. I know there is a different grading system for overseas exchange students, so I didn't think you would take the summer exams so seriously. Since I am taking these exams, I should always strive to do my best. For someone like Vin, that seems about right. He spends a lot of his time here taking care of his own little world and doesn't seem very interested in the activities of the academy. But in reality, he always scrupulously does his best when participating in regular student activities and written tests and exams. You're right, there's so much for me to learn from you. Well, we will both do our best then. Classroom. Shirara, over here. The moment you step out of the exam room, Kiki, who had been taking an exam in the classroom next door, waves at you. We're thinking of having a nice meal together to celebrate the end of the summer exams. Wanna join us? Of course, we must celebrate after studying for so long. Vin? Yes, what is wrong? I thought you would be happier than this before the vacation. I'm really happy that the vacation is starting, but we won't be able to see each other as much as we usually do during the vacation. That is surprising. We feel the same about this. Huh? Yes, the thought of our upcoming separations made me feel a little anxious, but I am not worried now. Huh? Why's that? Since we both miss each other, separation does not feel that scary anymore. Not to mention that we will still meet up during the vacation, right? Summer exam scores are here. With a successful end to the summer exam, classrooms filled with laughter and students' tears of joy are left behind. After a period of nervous yet fulfilling preparation, our students' effort finally paid off with wonderful exam results. These grades are not only a stepping stone for our students' further studies, but also a jumping off point for their future dreams. We hope every student can use this as motivation on their way toward bigger and better goals, progressing further down the path of knowledge and creating their own legacy. Dear students, congratulations to our students for finishing their summer exam. As everyone will be moving up a grade in 2 months, we hope you enjoy a sensible and fulfilling vacation. Minerva Academy Academic Affairs Department. Shirara, since you kept mentioning the new dishes at the dining hall that are super popular and hard to get, now I want to try them too. I will head over early to get the food at noon. Just come to the dining hall and look for me. Vin Richter. Over here, Shirara. Vin, I think we'll be able to get this dish. It's my last class in the morning is an experiment session. I can slowly start finishing my whole schedule. As such, I made my way here slightly earlier and arrived just as the dish was in discussion. But I'm really riding on your coattails. That is not the case. I would not have known about this new dish if you had not told me.
I tried my portion before you arrived. The flavor is truly remarkable. I told you so. Everyone loves this dish right now. I'm going to dig in now. This is surprise check, surprise check, surprise check. Please open your summer exercise book and we'll see if that smile is still on your face. Anonymous. Shirara, I used the cookie crumbles we bought before and added some seasoning I brought from my hometown to make some dessert. If you are free this afternoon, come and try them out with me. Vin Richter. I'm here, Vin. Wow, it smells delicious. Is this the new cake you've created? Yes, I added the cookies you recommended last time, but I also used some seasonings I brought from my hometown. I hope you will like it. Is it a specialty of your country? I must try it then. Yum, it's delicious. I am glad you like it. It pairs better with black tea. I encourage you to give it a try. You're right, it's delicious. Vin, come and join me first. Okay, I will be right there. Celebrating the school anniversary. The annual Minerva Academy school anniversary is fast approaching. Colorful flags and banners hang all over campus, revealing the enthusiasm of our students. Preparations for various exhibits and events are also underway with active student participation, rallying the unique vitality and creativity of youth. Dear students, Minerva Academy is about to hold its annual academic gala. We hope to see students actively signing up to perform. Let's work together to make it an amazing celebration. Minerva Academy Events Department. Shirara, several guests have begun frequenting the abandoned building recently. That is to say, some kittens have made a home nearby. Once in a while, they stop by the infirmary for a visit. Would you like to come see them? Vin Richter. Vin? Shh! Under the table, look. Oh, it's a white kitten! Speaking of which, Vin made exactly the same expression as this kitten when he squatted down to look at it. I believe it has only recently learned how to walk. It is quite likely that it sneaked out of its home by itself. Well, should we take it back home? No, its mother might fail to recognize it if it carries our scent. Do not worry. Its mother comes here often. She will take it home when she finds it here. That's great. I hope they reunite soon. Dormitory. Shirara, it's been a long time. Did you have fun during the vacation? I had a great time. I feel refreshed both mentally and physically. If only I could top up my vacation time balance. Yeah, it felt like the vacation would never end when it first started, but was over in the blink of an eye when it really came to an end. Luckily, I only came back early to get ready for the school anniversary and don't have to attend any classes. So I'm pretty happy about that. We sure did. Oh, I heard during the vacation that you'll be giving a speech on stage as a student representative during the school anniversary. Is that true? I knew it. With your amazing reputation at school, there was no way you wouldn't make it on stage. Yeah, my efforts during the year weren't in vain. Your return from the 2-month summer vacation marks the completion of your first full year at Minerva Academy. Over the past academic year, everything you've done, both in and outside of class, has steadily improved your reputation within the school. This hard-earned reputation gave you the advantage you needed to secure the lead in the student representative vote, earning you the honor of delivering a speech on stage at the school's anniversary celebration. Now that I think about it, I wasn't really fixated on giving a speech at the school anniversary when I first started school here. Back then, you wanted to come here because you heard this academy was famous for its rich extracurricular activities. That's why you were particularly looking forward to creating beautiful memories of your youth here. If it hadn't been for that unexpected incident, unexpectedly, the guidance counselor announced major school reforms on your first day at school. Determined to protect the youthful memories that you and your schoolmates deserve, you realized you had something important to say, something that must be said in the school anniversary speech. Fortunately, your efforts over the past year have earned you the chance to make your voice heard. I hope my speech at the school anniversary will be able to change the minds of the school officials. You can do it. Okay, better rest early. I'll have set up the stage for the school anniversary tomorrow. And you'll need to keep polishing your speech, right? Yeah, let's both do our best again tomorrow. Good night. Even after saying goodnight to Kiki, you couldn't fall asleep as your mind kept thinking about the details of the speech. I feel like there's always something that needs to be changed. Maybe I should discuss it with him tomorrow. Abandoned infirmary. To take care of the flowers and plants in the abandoned infirmary, Vin came to the school a lot even during the summer vacation. You already knew he would be at school today, so you immediately thought of going to the abandoned infirmary to find Vin when you got stuck on your speech. When you arrive, you see him wiping away the dust that had piled up on the table during this time. Vin, I see you're cleaning. Yes, and I am almost done. I just need to spray some water on those flowers later. I'll help you. You notice that Vin's face is covered in a thin layer of sweat after all that work he has been doing. You go to the flower pot he pointed to and grab the watering can to help out. Thank you. By the way, I heard you were selected to give a speech on stage as the student representative. Congratulations on achieving your goal. Thanks, but whether I can achieve my goal depends on how effective my speech is. You have already overcome so many difficulties. You will be fine this time too. I hope so, but the truth is that I don't know what to write for the speech. I feel like I can't seem to express everything I want to express. Maybe you are feeling a little overwhelmed because this speech is too important to you. Let us go over it together. Maybe you will be able to see it in a new light. Sure. School anniversary venue. Walking through the youthful campus, have you caught the melodious sound of turning pages? After studying and comparing the different ways of starting a speech, you choose to start with a poem. Walking through the youthful campus, have you ever seen those graceful, agile figures? You elaborate on everything that has happened, ranging from the opening ceremony to the field trip, winter charity sale, sports day, and the many internal and external tests and examinations. With all of these moments woven into your poem, you go over the fruitful and fulfilling life everyone has had on campus in the past year. As the breeze sweeps across the stage, scenes from the past keep flashing through your mind as you look at the familiar eyes in the audience. If you have seen the list of international exchange students for this year, you should have seen the name Vin on it. Well, let us leave it at that for today. At that time, you didn't think you would create so many memories with Vin in the academy. But now, he has become the source of your courage, giving you the strength to stand proudly on this stage. After taking one brief look at him, the nervousness lingering in your heart disappears, allowing you to continue your speech with composure and confidence. After starting the speech smoothly, you move on to the theme of today's speech. Extracurricular activities are a great way to spark students' interest, develop their skills, and foster their creativity. They leave a lasting positive impact on both their physical and mental growth. Following your plan, you try your best to highlight the positive impact club activities has on the academy and its students. However, the school officials sitting in the front row that don't seem impressed by your words, and a sense of anxiety begins to creep in. It looks like my words are still not convincing enough. Instinctively, you search the audience for familiarize in the hope that they'll give you courage. Noticing your gaze, Vin nods at you in the audience, giving you the reassurance you need to regain your composure. In short, club activities are essential to our growth, just like how soil is essential to a tree. The nourishment they provide is something classroom learning can never replace, and they should never be cancelled or excessively regulated. The students in the audience all nod in agreement, and their whispered discussions inevitably reach the ears of the school officials. The principal looks lost in thought but seems to have other concerns as he has been frowning since the beginning of the speech. Your speech comes to an end after you finish the core topic. According to your previous plans, you will call upon everyone to look forward to a better future together at the end of your speech. Under our joint efforts, I hope that our life on campus will become even more vibrant and fulfilling next year. You look at the person in the crowd who has been smiling at you from the very beginning and recall the conversation you had with him when discussing the speech. I believe the school officials will have a better understanding of everyone's wishes if you share their wishes for a better future with them. Good point. That's exactly what I'll do. Your wish for a better campus in the future resonates with the students who applaud you warmly in the audience. Even the school officials are smiling and nodding after listening carefully to your entire speech. Their response makes you confident that they will be willing to reconsider the campus policies after hearing what you said in the speech. School anniversary venue. The moment you get off the stage, you see Kiki waiting for you behind the stage. Shirara, that was so amazing! Really? I was so nervous. I hope I didn't mess everything up. No way, I got so excited listening to you at the back. Although I couldn't see everyone's expressions from my side, I definitely heard the waves of applause loud and clear. You're so amazing! Honestly, all I did was gather everyone's thoughts and give them a voice through the speech. They applauded because the ideas were theirs to begin with. Yes, you said everything I wanted to say. Shirara, you really took the words out of everyone's mouth at Minerva Academy. That's good to hear. I'm just worried that the school officials won't accept these suggestions. Yeah, this concerns the university admission rate, after all. I don't think it can be resolved with one speech. You're right, I need to find more opportunities to keep trying. Fortunately, you were never alone in wanting the school to go back to how it used to be. Your speech today managed to encourage more people to stand on the same side as you. You believe that things will definitely work out with so many people working together. No matter what, students' life at Minerva Academy will continue to be vibrant and meaningful. Ben, you're back in the study room so soon. Yes, I had to put down a book I was reading for a few days to prepare for the school anniversary. I decided to come here and finish it now that the school anniversary is over. What about you? What will you do now that the school anniversary is over? I don't know yet, but I'm going to rest for today first. Yes, you really should get some rest. The first school year went by in a flash. Every laugh, every better sped has become a precious memory. Little by little, you deeply perceive how the wisdom in your textbooks, the spark of communication between classmates, and this journey of self-exploration are enriching your inner world. Every thought is a footprint on the path of spiritual growth. You are traversing the great sea of literature, history, and philosophy. These texts have granted you eyes to view this world. Each time you open a book, it is like opening a spiritual dialogue. The depth of history, the sophistication of literature, and the cognizance of philosophy are silently molding you into a deep thinker. In the abandoned building, you have discovered nooks worth exploring and remembering. Each contains a precious secret story. Your performance at the sports day was a huge surprise. You earned the title of Minerva's top athlete. In the end, after hearing your speech, the school acknowledged everyone's determination and decided to implement some of your ideas. Though the school officials might need to consider things further, their resolve has already been shaken. This is the first step to victory. You have faith that everyone's hard work will bring about a great outcome. By complete happenstance, you discovered that the exchange student Bean has turned the abandoned infirmary into his very own secret hideout. Feeling curious, you visited Bean's secret hideout again, and he shared some of his thoughts about encountering others and making memories. You heard the exchange program might be put on hold for a while due to the school's new policy. That means Vin might have to go back to his home country soon. The school year has finally come to a close. It seems like Vin heard about the latest developments in the exchange program. Shiora, maybe it is like you said, that I cared so much about this memory from the beginning, but I know it is mostly due to you because this memory belongs to us. You are the one who helped me understand that meeting others and getting to know them holds meaning in and of itself. Vin Richter. Abandoned infirmary. Over time, spending time with Vin in the infirmary during the lunch break and after school seems to have become a habit for you. In fact, the two of you seem to grow closer and closer until it is time to truly part ways. Tacitly, neither of you brings up the impending end of the exchange program, choosing instead to spend each day together in quiet harmony until that day. I think the flowers should bloom in the next few days.
그래?
You are squatting down beside a flower pot and observing the flowers carefully. It isn't long until Vin comes over. The light-colored buds have completely swelled up, making you wonder what the flowers would look like in full bloom.
정말 곧 피겠네. 이참에 꽃구경이나 할래?
Good idea. Let's find a lunch break and... Wait, I need to attend meetings during the lunch break these days.
아, 회의가 있구나. 그럼 저녁은?
At night... Out of the blue, Vin makes a dangerous suggestion to you. If you come here at 9, never mind whether the teachers might catch you or not. The vibe would be... If we come here at night, we might...
걱정할 필요 없어. 내가 데리러 갈게. 안전하게 모셔줄게. 그리고
After assuring you, he looks down at the flower buds again and speaks softly.
이번에는 뭔가 중요한 일이 일어날 것 같은 예감이 들거든.
Something important, do you mean?
아카데미에서 교환학생 프로그램에 대한 결정을 내릴 때까지 너와 시간을 좀 더 보내고 싶어.
Outside the abandoned school building. As being guaranteed on the day you agree to view the flowers, everything goes smoothly when he takes you to abandoned school building at night. The pale white light of the moon illuminates something you can't see clearly in his hands. Vin, what are you holding? Don't tell me it's your homework.
그럴 리가. 선생님한테 해외 교환학생 프로그램의 최신 서류를 달라고 했어. 내가 언제 귀국하게 될지 적혀 있지.
Well, when will that be? Your heart starts to pound wildly as you ask that. Vin looks deeply at you, then he pats your head reassuringly. This is the first time he has done that, and it just might be the last time too.
왜 나보다 더 걱정하는 것 같지? 사실 나도 아직 열어보진 않았어. 나중에 얘기할게. 어쨌든 부탁 하나 들어줄 수 있어? 마지막으로 내가 심은 꽃들 좀 돌봐줘.
Okay. Abandoned infirmary. Some of the flowers Vin planted haven't fully bloomed yet. Seeing them in that state makes you feel both anxious and worried. What if Vin leaves before they can bloom? If I can get his overseas contact information, I can send him some photos or something. Or... Standing beside you, Vin speaks softly after a moment of silence, which makes you wonder if he sensed your reluctance to part.
오늘이 마지막 밤이라고 생각해보자. 내일 난 교환학생 프로그램을 끝내고 원래 다니던 아카데미로 돌아가서 계속 공부할 거야. 가면 난 졸업반이 될 거고 진학에 관련된 고민을 해야겠지. 한동안은 미래에 대한 확신이 서지 않을 거야. 그리고 너도 네 할 일이 있을 거야. 아카데미가 처한 상황을 바꾼다던가 아니면 다른 일일 수도 있어. 어쩌면 다시 만나기까지 아주 오랜 시간이 걸릴지도 몰라.
You find yourself unable to deny the truth of his words, as it's true that there are many obstacles between you. It's more accurate to say that it's a miracle that you two are spending time together like this. However, Vin doesn't look disappointed and looks at you gently like always.
이게 사실이라면 넌 우리의 이야기를 어떻게 정의할래? 그리고 무슨 의미가 있다고 생각해?
Vin. In the dim night, you clench your hands tightly. Vin waits silently until you make up your mind and looks up at him. Before answering your question, can I ask you about something else first?
당연하지.
Don't you think that you're quite stubborn and hypocritical? Without any intention to reproach him, you finally muster the courage to tell Vin your analysis of him. You obviously care about all kinds of memories, but you keep saying that you don't care about them because they will eventually fade. Just as others have speculated, you know clearly that you don't want to live, yet you came to ask me what I think about it. As for what I think, if you don't do anything now, everything will truly be lost. Driven by an indescribable courage, you hold Vin's arm tightly.
뭐 하는...
Vin doesn't resist. Instead, he looks down at the words you write on his arm with your index finger. You write 2 sentences on his arm.
우연한 만남. 그리고 소중한 순간?
You nod calmly in response after Vin quickly identifies what you've written. That's right, the literature class teacher said that these two phrases are used to describe sentiments about the encounters between people. Since such feelings have always existed, I think no matter how things turn out in the end, it's the journey that gives our memories their meaning.
과정.
Like a student picked by a teacher in class, you feel that simply answering Vin's question is not enough. It could be due to the moonlight and the flowers, but you feel elated when you look at Vin, even if this really is the eve of your separation. Vin, don't you think that our encounter is a wonderful thing in itself? There are so many people in the academy, as well as so many unique places. Yet, this abandoned infirmary is the only place you decorated, and I'm the only person who found it and chose to stay. If I'm being superstitious, maybe every choice we've made until now was meant to lead us to this moment. So, things aren't as meaningless as you're worrying they might be.
알아차리기도 전에 우리가 이 이야기에 의미를 부여해버린 걸지도 모르겠네.
As Vin lets out a sigh, the moon emerges fully in the sky, casting its light far behind him, making it possible for you to catch every subtle change in his expression.
네 말에 감동했어. 내 속마음도 들켜버렸고. 내가 처음 너한테 몰래 전달한 꽃, 우리가 함께 보낸 시간, 그리고 수많은 추억들, 전부 잊을 수 없는 흔적을 남겼어.
While reflecting on this emotionally, he reaches for the folder he brought with him.
네 생각을 들으니까 갑자기 이 서류를 열어보고 싶어졌어. 물론 그 전에 한 가지 약속할게.
What's that?
아카데미가 교환학생 프로그램에 어떤 결정을 내리든 네 곁으로 최대한 빨리 돌아올게.
You can't help but chuckle when you hear Vin assuring you so confidently, given how he once claimed not to care about memories. We shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe the program won't end, and you won't have to go back. Of course, I'm looking forward to and happy to accept the outcome no matter what happens. So I'm not going to look at the document, just tell me the result. After saying that half-jokingly, you close your eyes. Not expecting this from you, Vin asks you about it tentatively.
정말 눈 감은 거야?
Yes, and I won't open my eyes until you tell me the results. Have you finished reading the document yet?
잠깐만.
However, he doesn't tell you the result even though you wait for a long time after closing your eyes.
움직이지 마. 무슨 일이 있어도 눈 안 뜰 거라고 했잖아.
After that, Vin leans in, his voice a gentle whisper as he tells you the result. But in that moment, it no longer matters. The soft sound of the wind carries his presence to you, mingling with the delicate fragrance of the flowers. Maybe the flowers he planted are finally blooming. You think leisurely to yourself as you immerse yourself in the moonlight.